Pretty famous car. It's a 1975 Kramer Brothers RSR. It is a known car. It's a aftermarket or a factory supplied non-factory original tub. This is a real factory tub for resale. It did not leave the Porsche factory as an RSR. Kramer Brothers bought the factory RSR tub, and then they made it into this, and it went on and it raced, and it did some pretty good racing in its day. It's still in the same livery. I actually bought and sold this car to a customer, a friend of mine, about 20 years ago, and I've bought it back. It's a pretty well-known car. He needed to get out of the car because he wasn't doing much with it, so I came forth to purchase it and to restore it, to sell it to another customer that's as worthy as the last guy. Anyway, you can see it's in pretty good shape. To prove the worthiness of it, here's a model that Mini Champs makes, and it's reflecting the win at the Nürburgring with Hans Heyer as the driver. And it was a pretty historic race for any of the Porsches to be in Germany, and winning at the Nürburgring is like winning at Le Mans with a French car or winning at Sebring with an American car. So quite a feat that this car did. You also notice that the shades are different. The model in my hand is the proper Jagermeister color, and the colors on the car, even when I bought it 20 odd years ago, it was the wrong shade. It's just someone didn't get it right, but that will of course be changed back to the Jagermeister orange, which is pretty famous as liveries go. Anyway, the car retains its original interior as it was raced. Kind of, these are Kramer touches. The two-tone green and orange are part of what Kramer did. This is still the original material. There are stories and articles on this car from the 70s that have this car, and this interior is intact at that time. Now, of course, since then the car was restored, but the passenger seat and the driver's seat stayed intact with the car, including these pretty funkadelic door panels with that orange stripe on them. It's a great, great timepiece for originality. So we like the special little things that are with the car. The engine comes with a standard original serial numbered engine. This was an engine that was installed by the gentleman that I sold it to, so he didn't hurt the original engine. We will be putting the original engine in the car, but as you see, it has the slide valve injection and all the typical necessary things that the RSR had, including the double coils and the corner gussets and all the things that really give this thing the originality for the 1975 RSR, including this extra wide whale tail. The factory RSRs in 74 and 75 had the standard whale tail, but with this added addition for downforce. This is a very, very cool part, and it's in wonderful condition, so we'll be very gentle with this as we restore the car. The little things of detail with this car, you can see, of course, the lightning in the window straps, because that had to be here for the rules to make it safe. It's just what they did in case the window wanted to come out. It couldn't because of these straps. But everything else with the car is in pretty good condition. You can see down here there's a few cracks and boo-boos where the thing might have been bumped once, but that's why it's here. We will remove this bumper when the engine comes out, and we'll repair it when we go back to paint. The car always raced with the BBS wheels because, you know, it's an easier way to fix a wheel because it's repairable with the bolts here. So you can actually service this wheel, whereas the other RSRs or the factory cars came with the black spoke wheels or the magnesium wheels. If you hit those wheels, it was all over. So this is a more economical way to do it, and you know, the weight variance isn't that much, but the cooling is also pretty good. You could put wheel fans in it for additional cooling, which happened later than 1975, but this car pretty much ran, as you could see in the model, the same wheels, which are the BBS wheels, so we leave these wheels with the restoration. The front of the car is in the standard 1975 bodywork, but as you can see, through time, you had to have fuel cells, but the original tank to come with the car is the plastic gas tank. seemingly between 80 and 100 liters. You can see the double pump system and the makeup tank, which help always have the gas somewhere where if the gas sloshes when it gets low, you have a makeup tank which takes the gas from the tank, keeps it isolated in a small area, and then sends it to the motor. But the lightweight fiberglass hood, and of course all the bodywork is fiberglass also. These are all fiberglass parts. But anyway, that's what it is. We're going to go on with this project. We'll do a lot of YouTube on it. Feast your eyes. The whole gang will be working on the car. Andy will head up the engine change with Paul, and then Bill will come in, and I will help with removing the bodywork. And the other guys, Mark and Brett, of course, will come in whether we take the interior out or when we do the interior. We'll do all this in a sequence. We'll be doing time-lapse cameras with it and all sorts of other video things as we take the car apart so we can document what we have, and it just makes it fun for everybody to see it.
This is how an angel cries. Blame it on my own.